The invitation never arrived, or rather, it arrived in the form of a vague text. FAF, we thought you'd prefer to skip all the stress. It'll be easier for everyone. My sister's wedding, my family's big event of the year, and I was being asked to absent myself politely. No argument, no outburst, just the quiet suggestion that my presence might cause drama. I remember sitting on the edge of my bed, phone in hand, feeling the familiar tug of old roles. For as long as I could remember, I had been the fixer, the buffer, the silent insurance against familial chaos. I had mediated fights over who would host Thanksgiving, lent money for last-minute caterers, kept track of invoices and RSVPs that no one else wanted to touch. My usefulness had always been a currency in the family economy, a quiet power that was assumed but never acknowledged. And now I was being politely excluded. I didn't feel anger, not at first. I felt relief. A strange, hollow relief, like stepping off a treadmill you didn't realize you'd been running on. No one needed me. I could breathe. I booked a vacation somewhere remote where the Wi-Fi was unreliable and the sun moved in slow and different arcs across the sky. My itinerary was simple. Long walks, books I had been saving for years, afternoons of nothing. The act of leaving was quiet. No announcements, just tickets, bags, and a small suitcase of necessities. From the moment I left, absence became a presence. I imagined their panic in small, meticulous increments, the florist calling, the cake not arriving, the band questioning the deposit. I felt none of it directly. I watched from a distance how my absence stretched their competence thin. The first call came 2 days before the wedding. My mother, usually cautious, was blunt. "We can't manage this without you. The caterer is threatening to pull out. You have to help." The tone wasn't pleading, it was a demand wrapped in familial expectation. I listened. My internal response was measured. I could have felt guilt, the old familiar tug, but I had rehearsed this silence. My boundaries, though invisible to them, were concrete. Then came the authority moment. A wedding planner, professional and unflappable, called to clarify that payments would not be accepted without authorization. Contracts had my name on them, and mine alone for the most crucial vendors. My family had assumed I would step in as always. Now, the system, not me, refused. I remember the pause on the phone, the shift in tone, the subtle edge of panic that crept into my mother's voice when she realized the leverage I had once carried in secret was now visible, undeniable, institutional. But we thought. I declined calmly. No anger, no explanations beyond the necessary. My boundaries had a formality now, a legality that made argument pointless. The wedding, as it was, could not proceed without my consent, and I withheld it. The consequences were immediate. Vendors canceled or reduced services. Invitations went out late. A reception meant to dazzle was cut down to a bare minimum. My sister, for the first time, realized the invisible scaffolding I had always provided. But realization did not equal gratitude. There were raised voices over text, accusations, and implied betrayal. I didn't reply. Silence, for once, was sufficient. The vacation continued. I walked along sunlit paths, noting the absurdity of my freedom, the quiet dignity of choosing peace over participation. I was steady, not happy. The family dynamic, once predictable, had shifted. I no longer had the automatic role of problem solver. When I returned weeks later, the wedding had happened in a reduced, scrambled form. Stories came in fragments of cake too small, chairs missing, an argument between vendors. My family had absorbed the cost of assuming I would always intervene. I didn't gloat. There was no need, if it could be called that, was quiet, controlled, internal. Some relationships cooled, others hardened, but the line was drawn. I had chosen peace over participation, autonomy over obligation. My role in the family economy of rescue had ended, or at least paused indefinitely. I had taken a vacation to avoid drama. In the end, the drama came anyway, but without me in it.